and welcome back. I wanted to go ahead and go over a tutorial I created that's pretty cool. Go ahead, this is the end result. You're gonna be able to create baseball lettering kind of text. This is an old school kind of thing that's done a lot. If you look at old media, even the dollar bill, you'll see this effect applied to it. I'm gonna go ahead and go over the steps and then go to creating it. The first step is you're gonna create a drag out a text box, type out a word, size it up correctly. Then you're going to hold down Option, drag out 2 copies of your word, create 3 layers and drag each block of text to its own layer. Turn your bottom 2 layers off. Hold down Shift and drag a line with a fill and stroke of white outside your text box. And I'm going to go ahead and pause there because I think if you see all this, you don't get a visual idea. So let's just go ahead and do it in real time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Let's start a new file real quick, just so everybody is on the same page. I'll leave those notes up there on the server so you can grab them. I'm going to go ahead and click and type out the word graphics. Command A, selecting it. Click up here on the type, and I'm going to type in birds. If I could spell, that'd be great. Birds of Paradise. I'm going to hold down Command Shift and my right alligator mouth. And if I hold down Option along with that, it can speed up this process. I got the word graphics. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is hit Command Shift O. I created an outline of it. I'm going to then hit the Create New Layers box. And I'm going to take this layer and put it to the top. I'm going to hold down Option and click and drag out 2 other copies. That last one I'm going to click and drag to the very bottom layer. Turn that layer off. Click and drag this one to the second to bottom. And turn that one off. And this blank layer, we're going to work with it here in just a second, but you'll understand why. Go ahead and turn off all your layers. Go to your very bottom layer. Click on it, and click on your line tool. I'm going to go ahead and hold down Option Shift as I click and drag out a line. And if you would make that line a fill of white, you can click and drag your fill color onto white. Fill color onto your stroke color. I can position this over here. And if I hold down Option and click and drag off, click on your line. If you hold down Option and click and drag off, you'll make a copy. But as you're pulling it away, hold down Shift at the same time, and you can make a. It will be on the same axis as the other line. So I'm going to go to Object, Blend, Make. It's going to throw one in the center. From here, what we're going to go ahead and do is go back to that Object, Blend Options. We're going to go to Specified Steps, Preview, bump this up with your up arrow, and you're going to see more lines start appearing. I'm going to hold this down for a good while so you can get a whole bunch of lines. I might even go up to 70. Okay? Say OK. Now we're going to go to Object, Expand. Go ahead and say OK. Now I'm going to go to Object, Path, Outline Stroke. Now for this purpose I'm going to hit Command plus so I can explain this to you and go into my Command Y mode, which is your outline mode. You can see that my paths are there, but I want to simplify them. I want these just to be straight rectangles going down. Okay, so I'm going to do that by doing a couple of things. First of all, I'm going to use my Pathfinder feature, and I'm going to go to the Unite, and that just takes all those paths and makes them into a simple thing. Now if I go back out of my Command Y mode, click away from everything, start over here, click and drag over everything, and then go to my Pathfinder Divide feature. The Pathfinder Divide basically makes a separate path for all the intersecting points. So now I'm going to click away from everything, grab my white arrow tool, zoom in, select just this black right here. Go to select, same, fill color. Okay, I have all those selected on this layer. I'm going to go ahead and pull those up to a separate layer. Okay. Now the reason I did that is if I hit Command Y, you see all the clutter left at our original layer. But if we turn that layer off and you see this layer, you see the crisp design. So actually what you can do with that layer right there is just throw it in the trash. So now you are left with 3 layers. And this layer is going to be on the bottom. It works on 3 layers, for right now at least. This layer right here, if we go out of our outline mode, you see we need to click on it with the black arrow tool so it selects all of that. Click on white, fill it with white. You could leave it here and it looked kind of cool, or you could add another color. So what we're going to do is change our actual words to a blue. I can turn that off. I could change. Why don't we go to select same fill color on this pattern right here, and let's change these to red. Okay, so we have, if we turned on all our layers, it would look something like this, and all we have to do from here is a little bit of positioning, but I'm going to take it one step further for y'all. What I'm going to do is go ahead and turn off the top layer. I'm going to position the white just where it needs to go, right about there. Turn that, click away from that, turn on your blue, and position that just where it needs to go, just about right there. Now, the next step I'm going to show you is, you don't have to do it, but if it adds a third level of sophistication to it. And it's pretty cool because it gives you an option that you probably didn't think about. I'm going to turn off the blue, click on everything, the 2 layers that are open, and again I'm going to use that divide feature. Using that divide feature, now I'm going to click away from everything, grab my white arrow tool, create a new layer, grab that red right there, say select, same, yeah, you got it, fill color, there we go. Alright, so we're going to click the little square and pull it up. Now if we turn off everything and I go to Command Y, you see all the clutter that was left from the old one. I can just click and throw that in the trash. So I have these 2 layers, and why is that so crucial? Because what we can do now is I can group these, and if I group these, hit Command G, it throws them all by default onto one layer, which is cool. So what's the big deal of this? I'm going to go ahead and click and drag out a text box, or just any kind of box. I'm going to fill it with, like, say cream for papers that you're doing a tutorial on, and I'm going to send it to the back. Notice now that your pattern, the color of the paper, is, you can see the color of the paper, otherwise you would have just seen white. So this really brings it to another level. I really like it, and it's a sophistication that anybody who uses Illustrator should respect. Again, if you want to take that color, you can pull it down to the bottom layer. This is on its own layer and it's locked. I hope you understood this tutorial, and all y'all like it. Click like if you do. Bye.